about 30% of title insurance or titles are defected in the state of Florida due to frauds.
Seeing it everywhere.
Yeah,
it's insane.
It's a powerful thing. The technology, some people use it for bad, so there's a lot of, I would say, identity with theft with sellers.
Yes.
The funny one, recently we got about $1 million contract, and the escrow deposit is $300,000, and that's red flag all over. And we're like, okay, great. And so we asked for the buyer to send us proof ID verification, and he sent us a really nice score. And one of my girls, Alexandra, she goes like, is that similar? And I was like, is that familiar to you, the signature? And I'm like, that is Donald Trump's signature.
Welcome back, Slumdog listeners. We are extremely excited today. We've been invited to ZTitle, which is here in Sarasota. It is a title company, and title is something extremely important in our business. And we thought that as an investor, you're going to need a very solid title company that you're going to need to work extremely close with, so that your deals don't go south and you don't get in trouble. So this is something that we need to discuss with you today, and we have two beautiful guests with us. We have Z, the owner, and we have Maria. So I will introduce them and let them talk a little bit about how they got into title and a little bit more about your company.
Title. Interesting.
And how you made up the name.
So I been a title agent since 2000, started in 2004, got my license in 2006, so 20 years on the making. And about, I want to say 7 years ago, I opened ZTitle Group. Z, because we are at the end of the transaction. And if you look at our logo, it has like 2 sevens inverted. It's just for the completion, finish, zeal.
Yeah.
Done.
I love that.
So that was the ZTitle. The funny story is that my name is Vilmarys. No, don't ask me why I have an S at the end. Plural, maybe multiple personalities, I don't know. But it comes good with title. They call me V, so people get confused. V and Z, V and C, and with my whole accent, everything sounds the same in my head. But yes, ZTitle Group, 20 years in the making, and Sarasota is a new satellite office for ZTitle Group. And this is not my show, this is Maria's.
Oh, thank you.
So Maria.
Yeah. So I started working with the company 6 years ago. Wow, time flies.
I know.
And I at first didn't want to work in title or anything related to office because I was like, I was too young and I felt like I wasn't mature enough, which I think I was. Now that I realize I was. But I didn't want to wear dresses. I think I just turned 21.
You just turned 21.
So
yeah,
you were
I was really, I was working like Starbucks, like,
yeah.
And I didn't want to wear heels. I didn't want to wear dresses. Do my hair, which I still kind of don't.
You have beautiful hair.
Yeah, thank you. But V gave me a chance, and she trusted me. She saw potential in me, and she started growing me like really from the basics. Now I like to where I'm at now, like. So about 2 years ago, I fell in love, and I was like, I want to move to Sarasota, and V was kind enough to be like, yeah,
We'll open you your own absolutely gorgeous
Yes.
office, by the way. This is probably one of the most beautiful offices in
gorgeous.
Sarasota. I love it, and we love hanging out here.
I also like
This
the
is
outside building.
yeah,
this
it's
cute
like a
little-
house.
Yeah, it's almost like a cute little cottage feel. I'm like, oh, look,
Yeah.
I'm cute.
Yeah.
It's so welcoming.
Yeah,
And
I love
killer
it.
location.
Yeah,
Yes.
so we share with an interior design company, and they're amazing. Like everything they have, I don't know, brings, I don't know, it's like a girl.
Yeah.
So I love it. Our main office is in Orlando, so this is like our satellite office right here. But yeah, we're growing organically and learning, and I appreciate you guys like having us.
Absolutely.
Of course. Yeah.
So little story about that. So when Maria, obviously I know her since she's like 21, and she's like, it's like there's something special about this guy. I think this is the one. And I said, yeah, I think you're probably gonna be ready to move. And I just said like probably April or. And she's like, no, I'm not ready. We're not there yet. And I'm like, and I kept saying, hey, if you like title, if you like, what you're doing, just let me know. And we start planning to have a small office there. So she goes like, yeah, it might be by the end of the year. And like April comes, she was like, V, I'm ready. I'm ready. So we started looking for a place, and the office is, the look of it, it's so important for us. We have the same vibe in winter, spring, because titles never change. They always have this the old red leather attorney looking.
Yes.
Sometimes
Yes.
they're a little smelly like grandma.
With the old guy behind the desk and then the giant filing cabinet and that green couch.
Yeah, the green couch.
There's a
You
green
have to have
couch.
the green couch.
So talking about the attraction, the lot of attraction, I was just manifesting this office, and I asked my husband, he came. He went to downtown Sarasota. We went look everywhere. Then he ended up asking a broker. He ended up coming here and seeing that it was closed. We look at and we just meet, and the whole vibe of just having this beautiful home, decorated, nice floors, night lights, and we were like, okay, this is the one. So I'm like, we signed the lease. I'm showing Maria where we actually was like, I literally signed a lease across the street.
For an apartment,
Yeah.
How meant to be is all.
Like,
I know, I love it.
It was just
I
like,
could walk here.
Yeah.
I don't.
But you could.
I get run over.
Right.
it was like definitely meant to be.
Yeah.
And she was young when but she was, you can train title, but you cannot train character. You either have it or don't
Exactly.
have it. And Maria is so loyal. She works so hard. Her ethics are amazing. She can stay on the phone for 30, 45 minutes explaining how to get in the system, just the patient, the law.
Yeah.
She's there morning, day, and night. And I was like, you don't teach that. You either have it or don't have it. And I teach title, but everything else is just her.
Yeah, and we're definitely here because of Maria as well. We fell in love with her personality, and
Yes.
she is. You're just such a ray of sunshine, and you don't say that about a title company.
No.
Title company is like, okay, well, we got to get it done, but it's enjoyable to do, work with you and
How
work
did you
alongside
two
of
meet?
you.
Through family, right?
Okay, okay.
Yeah, like her family, that was my friend. Yeah.
So yes, I was one of my girls was going to pregnancy.
Yeah.
She's
She was gonna go maternity leave.
maternity
Okay.
leave, and I've been wanting to having someone just on the phone just to help me with the clerical admin, little admin here and there. She didn't know if it was something that she wanted, and she was very afraid of like, hey, you don't have to like dress up like me. You'll figure out your style. And it was really funny because she ended up in this fashion.
I know. Well, she opened it up for me. I feel like I didn't have like somebody to look up to in that way, and then to see her like so empowered, like when she walks in, they know she's there.
Right.
I was like, I like that.
I wanna be like her.
Yeah.
It's
And we
so
do.
important
Yeah.
to have someone to,
That mentorship, and we've been
Yes,
talking a lot
yes.
about that.
Yeah, 100%.
I
Oh,
think there's
awesome.
something about ladies that we change every so often, and I was like, don't think you have one style. Life is too short. Be redheaded, blonde, black, however you want it to be dressed. Just be yourself.
Right.
Be always gracious, and
Professional.
there were some rules, but it was. And she ended up finding her own, and now she's just like, wow, Maria, I like her outfit. I'm
No, I
gonna start
love
shopping
you.
with you now.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love the story.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Oh, and I love that how supportive you were for her. I come similar situation as you. I was very young when I came into real estate, and same thing. I had someone who thought that I would be great at this, and I was like, I don't think so, and it just ended up happening. So that's awesome. I love that you took a chance on her, and that it worked out for the both of you. So great story. So with all that being said, tell us the ins and outs of title. Not the ins and outs. I know we could go on all day for days and days and days. But is there anything that you guys have both gone through or seen, or stories that have just been nightmare stories, but you were able to work through it, or funny stories that just you'll never forget?
Yeah, I think V has a lot. I think one thing about V is that she has this thing, people open up to her. Like some people can be like kind of like guarded and then
Yes.
really tell their stories, but with V, like they just open up. And another thing that I learned from her is like she takes her time. Like this is not just like, okay, let's close
In and
the
out,
deal.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
no, like let me know your story. Like I want to know who you are. How can we support support you? How can we continue this relationship? So we definitely have stories, scary ones too. But yeah, I think she would be the best to tell us some
Stories. Well, just a little bit about title. If you're new, title is a product that is actually very special because not other countries are able to protect your investment, your first home. Whether you're in the making of 20 years, you came from another country, or you are just getting your new home. So title insurance protect the investment of your home. About 30% of title insurance or titles are defected in the state of Florida due to frauds, just mistakes, missing legal description, seals. There's could be a bunch of stuff that could be wrong with title. Fraud is one of the number ones. Abusing of the power of attorney. There's a half brother and half sister.
Yeah, sure.
They sold
yes.
their property, and then here you go. And then if you have title insurance, so you have that peace of mind that your investment is protected. If an heir put a claim in your property saying I own 25% of this title, you can always put a claim, just like a homeowner's insurance or a car insurance will protect you. Title insurance protects your investment. So outside that, we are dealing right now with a lot of fraud going on. AI, is a
Seeing it everywhere.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's a powerful thing, the technology, but some people use it for bad. So there's a lot of just I would say identity with theft with sellers.
Yes.
The funny one recently, we got about $1 million contract, and the escrow deposit is $300,000, and that's red flag all over.
Right.
And we're like, okay, great, and so we asked for the I believe the buyer to send us proof ID,
verification.
and he sent us a really nice passport. And one of my girls, Alexandra, that does the processing part of it, she goes like, is that similar? And I was like, is that familiar to you, the signature? And I'm like, that is Donald Trump's signature.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's
They
crazy.
chose Donald Trump's signature to steal.
Yes.
Why?
Yes, and I was like, oh my gosh, really? Out of all the presidents, you have to choose that it has more executive orders than anybody's, and we see that big of, that was
Yeah.
Oh, and the guy was like from India.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. No.
Like at least match your name,
Yeah, at least match it.
So it was the buyer who was being fraudulent.
Yes.
Not even the seller. Because
So
I hear a lot
here-
about the seller.
Oh, yeah,
That people are
This
claiming
is
their
what's
properties that they don't.
going on. They send you a check. The title company will cash it for $300,000 because it's out of sea. It's gonna take about 30 days to see if that check is fraudulent. And there's been title companies that they are taking those checks, and then they come out that they're fraudulent, and they cancel the file within time. The title company wires the $300,000,
Back.
and they're done.
Oh my
Mhm.
gosh.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
It is
It's
everywhere.
insane.
How scary.
We had one recently because, wire fraud and seller fraud is on the rise. And something that the company, she taught us to be, really, good ID verification. And we use, the
Diligent.
system that verifies who they are and then ask them to take a picture. And we recently have this vacant lot contract, and we asked the seller to do an ID verification. Literally, it was, AI, he was taking a picture of an AI, doing left side, right, but you can tell it's a picture of a picture.
Right.
And it's so scary because he probably stole the ID from somebody and then asked AI to do
Wow.
the pictures.
Yeah.
That's
And
crazy.
this one was a cheap fraudster, because if you pay a better app, you could probably get the face
Yeah,
right. But
right,
it was
yeah.
a picture of a picture,
Yeah.
and
Like, nice try.
Yeah.
nice try.
Get
But
out of
We're
here.
not-
yeah.
No.
So we noticed that the BPM he kept changing from
yeah.
from states, so that's one of those things
Red
that
flags.
so we basically do an identification or knowledge based identification for every buyers or sellers.
Good. Yeah. That's awesome that you guys do that.
Yes. So it is so interesting, but there's so much going on with the frauds, mortgage fraud. Like once your buyer closes the house, we record the mortgage. It lets public records know that you have a new buyer, a new mortgage. So these fraudsters are sending letters saying, now we are your new lender. Please send your first payment to
yeah.
and they look like Troy's or they look like Wells Fargo, but they're not. They're just so there's so much going on.
Wow.
Or getting a copy of the deed when they get the letter. Like
Yes.
if they want a copy of the deed, they have to send a check for X amount, and then it's like, no, like
Oh,
we already
yeah,
own we have your deed, like we're gonna send it to
Right.
you.
Give it to you automatically in the closing.
Yeah, do not pay someone for a copy of your deed.
Right.
No, I know. Yeah, it is scary how often we're seeing it happen. I know we have both gone through some crazy
Oh my gosh, tenant fraud and lease
tenant
fraud.
fraud, lease fraud, but even on our sales where it's like,
Oh.
you know, our investors are buying something and just like right in the middle of it, something happens and you guys have to come in and save the day. So
But again, that's the importance of title, and that's
Yes.
why we are obligating. And again, cash buyer doesn't matter. You know, obviously with the mortgage, they're going to require it. But
right.
even if it's a cash buyer, we're definitely recommending. And I didn't even know that the statistic here in Florida was that high of claims against that. So it's extremely important for any of our investors to definitely
Protect your investment.
protect your investment, pick the right title company.
company,
And pick
yes.
somebody who is being as diligent as you all are, because
Right.
anybody else might not have noticed something so small as this silly signature, you know, because they're in a hurry and they're rushing through it.
Yes.
And I think taking the time is really important. And I will say that Maria has given you many compliments,
Yes.
because you're a really spectacular person in the community. And in your job, you are, as we were saying, a walking encyclopedia. So you have so much information from all of your experience, and that's critical when we're doing these, major deals and protecting our investors. So we really appreciate that. And some other things that we really appreciate about your company is that you're always actively helping real estate agents, giving them opportunities, giving them tools, giving them continuing education opportunities.
You guys do a lot of in-house education.
Yeah, I feel like
right?
that you guys are doing way more than any title company around town is giving anybody. So I really think that that's beautiful, and I am very excited to do a bilingual transaction with you guys very soon. I cannot wait to do that. That will be super exciting. So I'm trying to find some buyers.
No, I think it's key also seeing like in the area, like something that we come across with a lot of agents that are Spanish. They're like, we don't have a title company that speaks Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
And they have clients that don't speak English at all. And so, like we said, knowledge is power, and then protecting your investment. And sometimes people go into signing not knowing what they're signing, who they're dealing with, what are they investing in. So,
what the documents say.
Right. And so having a title company that can meet them where they're at, I think I've seen the value in it. Because sometimes, you're so caught up in it and like you're like, oh wow, like the importance of having somebody that speaks your language.
Yes,
So,
being able to understand everything that, I mean, buying a house is one of the biggest investments they're ever going to make, so it's so important to have someone speaking their same language and being able to go through all of the terms and conditions and everything else that comes into buying a property.
Yeah, and it's so many documents, especially when you get a mortgage, and then there's so many numbers on there, and it's very confusing and overwhelming for a lot of people. So we appreciate that you're really just taking the time to break it down, and that's what we're trying to do on the podcast is really break down each element and how to invest and the different ways to invest and all that, to just make it accessible for the listeners. So.
Yeah, no, I love that. Yeah, knowledge is power.
Absolutely.
And that's why we're also doing the continuing education classes, because we wanted to partner with our realtors, like in a way that we can bring also value to them. And not only getting your credits, but also like even if you've been in the industry for so many years and you're like, oh, I know the stuff. It's like it's always a good refresher. You're always learning something new. I'm learning too. So I think what we're doing with the classes are like really good.
Oh no, I agree.
That's awesome.
The classes that I've been to, I've been in the industry for a long time too, and again, each class I've learned at least one thing new, so it's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, and things here are always changing.
Oh,
Definitely
absolutely.
right now. We have a lot of different laws coming in after the hurricanes, different disclosures. So it's so important to stay on top of the education.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, so we definitely appreciate all of them.
Thank you.
So one of the other things we love to talk about on our podcast is what you would do if you could retire by 45. What would we see you doing? Where would you be? What kind of things would you be involved in, Dave?
So I don't think I ever retired. I do wanted to, for the girls that are working under like ZTitle, I do want them to establish their goal, their vision. Alexandra was married a year ago. She might be popping out kids soon. Maria's just getting married. So I wanted to be able for them to have quality of life. So
Yeah.
I do want, because real estate is very stressful, and
Tell us about it.
where you're dealing with emotions on the buyer side. Well, we get the seller side, we get their agents that they haven't probably received a check in 3 months, or the house has been listed for 60 days and they finally got an order, a contract, and they don't want to lose it, and they're like,
they're stressed.
So they're stressed. Then we have to work with the attorneys to release any liens, or the county, or the clerk, or the IRS. So we have so many little things that we do in the title business that I just want to make sure that I do want to take on another investment going in through commercial. My husband is already retired, so I want to enjoy time with him. So there's a lot of things, there's a lot of whys that we do that. But right now, I'm in the process of hiring more people just to make sure they keep their quality of time.
Yes.
Now that Maria is in another level, she can basically run the show here, but also she has 2 other people that they're under her, kind of like also giving all the wisdom and all the knowledge that she already passed it down. So when she does have her kids, or when she does have, we just all still be a big one loving family.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I love that.
Continue the culture.
That's so important.
Yeah.
And I do want to commend you. So interviewing women business owners has been so interesting because the goals of the business are so different.
I know.
Yeah, it's not just about profit. It's about your employees. It's about your team. It's
No
about,
offense, men. But
yeah,
it's
no
true.
offense. But yeah, I just feel like when a woman is involved in a business that they absolutely try to make a statement in the community, and they try and make a mark, and they try and help bring others up to their level. So I really appreciate and commend you for doing that.
Yes.
I think you're doing a fabulous job. So Maria, well, first of all, what would you do if you got married in Colombia in like a couple months?
I know, it's like 30 days. I don't even know.
I know, we're on the countdown.
Yeah, we're in the countdown for sure. I'm so excited. I'm trying to enjoy everything, the stress, everything. So yeah, I think, talking about Colombia, I think I would want to move back to Colombia.
For retirement?
Yeah, for retirement.
Yeah,
my husband, he's from here. And every time he goes back to Colombia, he's like, I love it.
Oh, like, so he's on board.
Yeah, it's just different. I think time is moving slower, and you enjoy more. I think he really enjoyed being like in a little farm, drinking coffee, and so he talks about like
who doesn't?
Yeah, I'm like, I want a cow, I want chickens, I want to live the farm life. So
simple life.
if I could,
You're still gonna be working, just so you know.
Yeah,
no,
he does. Like I think we're both kind of workaholics.
Yeah.
But he does photography and video, and so he's like, oh, I would love to bring that over there, and so he's like really excited. So I love that because I never thought I would move back, and now I'm like, wow, I actually think I would once I retire. Yeah,
that's really cool.
Interesting how life just comes so full circle again.
Oh,
yeah,
Beautiful.
100%. Yeah.
Well, speaking of Colombia, we also on our podcast love to feature whoever our guest is, their favorite charity. So if you would like to tell us about any charities near and dear to you.
We partner with different organizations and charities in Orlando, like Women's Choice, Believe, Abolitionists. They work with sex trafficking. The Sarasota House of Prayer, but now recently in my heart, I met this lady who is now in the process of becoming a realtor, and she has an organization in Colombia that they work with children, and it's all about education. So when she was sharing about that, not only because it's my country, but also like seeing the need of like she's going to the inner parts of Colombia and working with indigenous
like
and
very rural
really
areas.
poverty groups. Like they don't have like schools, they don't have a roof, they don't have like the kids, they didn't even have homes, and they were like sleeping on the floor. And they were able to bring hammocks and build like the tables and the chairs for them. So I think she is doing wonderful things, and I really wanted to partner with her. So we were talking about in June doing a campaign where one person gives like either a backpack with like school materials or a pencil case full with colors, and then like we'll collect those, and she's gonna bring them down to Colombia.
So you need them by June?
So we're thinking to start in June because she will be going in July. So maybe the whole month of June we can start collecting.
So do you have a backpack count that you
Yes,
have
I was
in
gonna say,
mind?
is
And
there
do
a
you
goal?
have, you know, like a supply list that you need? You're
We're working on that. Yeah, we're working on that to put it out.
We will definitely
Yeah, you
commit
have to
to-
let us know, and we will
Yeah.
commit to some backpacks for
Yeah,
you.
for sure.
Thank you so much.
That would be beautiful.
And thank you for partnering with her on that. That's beautiful that
Yeah.
you guys are
No, I was like, that's beautiful. Like she's working. Like I was seeing the pictures and I almost cried. I was
Yeah.
like, wow. Because sometimes you don't see it. You know, even if it's your own country or your own city, you don't see what's happening. And to see that was like it brought a lot of awareness. So yeah, I love that.
That's really
Well,
wonderful.
thank you so much, ladies. This was great. You're both amazing. You're just amazing humans, period. And we just appreciate you taking the time to be on our podcast today.
Yeah,
and talk
out of your
over
super
with us.
busy day.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely, yeah, and we
Yeah.
hope to bring more business your way,
Yes.
so
Yes.
very
Yes.
exciting.
Yeah, the feeling is definitely mutual. We do attract the people that,
Absolutely.
right? It's just that crazy. I was like, wow, even though we're different walks of life, different,
Yeah.
we attracted our own people, and we always pray for quality and good people so we can serve our community. Yes, so partner with ZTitle and Maria, so we can send her to Colombia for all the good times. And she might end up adopting kids. We don't know.
Oh
but
my goodness.
we definitely need to grow.
Yeah, and even if you're looking for education credits,
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
they have a lot to offer over here. So
Yeah.
please come and
Yeah.
take a look.
Yeah, check it out, take a
Yeah.
tour.
Yeah.
And Maria's just a wonderful human being.
I'll
And I
make
just
it
love
happen.
hanging out with you.
Yeah.
He'll make
make it
she makes
happen.
wonderful coffee. Well, thank you, our Slumdog fans.
Thank you.
We will talk to you soon.
Bye, guys.
That's a wrap on another episode of Slumdog Millionaires. If you're ready to turn dreams into dollars, smash that follow button and join us every week for more money moves and mindset magic. Don't forget to give back to your local community. Until next time, keep grinding, keep growing, and remember, your empire starts with one smart decision. Huge gratitude shout out to our production team at Icons of Real Estate.